Hey guys, Ben Johnson here with Fidelity Building Protection. I want to talk to you real quick about reporting. Reporting is a great tool to find out what's been going on as far as users and where they've accessed your facilities. So here I've opened up reports, and again, this screen is going to be your main login screen. If you don't know how to get here, go back and watch our first video on creating peoples and groups. That will actually tell you how to get to this screen. So we'll go to reports. We're going to add a report. Same yellow plus button that we use everywhere else. There we go. Click add. Now, you can name your report anything you want. You don't have to name it even if you don't want to, but a lot of times I like to just create a report and save it. So maybe we want to find out who's used our front door in the last month. So front door access last month. And so they've named it, and we're going to select our date range. And so we have the drop down button here. Now we can either type in some dates if we want, or we can change it to a parameter. And so we could do all this month, or in this case, we're going to do last month. So this is going to be for the month of April, since this is May. The great thing is, because we said last month instead of April 1st, April 30th, last month is a dynamic term, which means that come June 1st, last month means May 1st to May 31st. And so it's kind of nice if you want to make a report that you run at the beginning of every month, then you don't have to keep creating the report. You just run this same one. So front door access last month is always going to show you the previous month's access, regardless of what month that you are in. And so now we're going to see what we want to look at. And so in this case, we're going to click on results because we want to know the results of people trying to get in and out of the door. And so there's the first 5 things right here are all things related to people trying to get into the doors. And so we have access allowed, which is people who got in that are allowed to. Access on multi-swipe, which isn't typically a thing unless we've done some custom programming for you, but we can get that set up. Access denied, which is a big one. That's probably the one you mostly care about. No person associated with credentials. So maybe somebody picked up a random key fob and swiped down the door, but the system didn't know who they were. They're not going to have access, but the system doesn't know who they are. And then we can go ahead and throw a known person on there. I don't think we need to worry about any of these other ones for right now. But these are all different events that can happen in the system. So you could look for every time an email was sent, or the door was force toggled open or closed, if the lockdown was triggered, if we set a delay or an open close, all sorts of things, right? But what we care about is who accessed our door on the front door last month. So we're going to hit select. And now we have the results, but we need to tell it where to look for those results, and we're going to do that in the details. So we can either choose by person, by a list of cards that we have, by groups, or here we're going to do doors. You could also do connections, but that's really not something you're going to typically do. So at doors, we're going to do front door, and we're going to select. Now, we have 2 options right here. The first option is that we can hit save, and it will go right back out to the main report screen. The other option is if we want the information right now, before we even save it, we can hit refresh, and there we go. And so now we can see all these transactions. And so you can see that a new card that we created accessed the door on April the 30th. And you see where I also access the door. I have to access the door a lot, and it looks like I work here. Anyways, there you can see all the transactions. Of course, if there were multiple people accessing the doors, then you would see that. Because we are trying to practice our safe social distancing, we're trying to make it so that only one person is in the office, and typically that is going to be me. I could do an export on this if I want to. I could export HTML or CSV. I find CSV is easier to work with. We'll click on that, and then it's going to create a file for us, and we're going to save it. It's going to go to whatever download folder we normally use. You don't have to export if you don't want to, but it's kind of a handy thing to do. And then we can go ahead and save this report so we can use it again next month, or if we want to run it again later to see what's going on. And there you go. So we have a report in there. It's just that easy. If you make a report and you want to get rid of it because it didn't work or it's not what you wanted to see or whatever it is, just hover over it or use your thumb if you're on the mobile app and hit it for a couple seconds, then go to the trash can, click that, and then you just click delete. That's all there is. It's as easy as it is to create a report inside ProDataKey. If you have any questions about how to create a report, if you need to create a specific one or need help finding something, just give us a call, 317-759-8859, or hit us up on our website, www.criminalshateus.com. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.